Two tree houses, two totally different vibes. One big question: what makes an Airbnb unforgettable?
We're Kristen and Michael, and we've been to Airbnbs around the world, and we own our own in Joshua Tree, California. And on this channel, we share all about what it's like. But today, we're going to be taking you inside some of the coolest tree houses we could find on Airbnb to see what they're like, what they're doing right, what they could be doing better, and how much money they're potentially making.
So treehouse number 1 is located in the hills above Half Moon Bay, which is right below San Francisco, which was about a 5 or 6 hour drive from LA for us. It's called Paradise Treehouse and Heavenly Cabin in Half Moon Bay, California. The description says a soulful and energetic paradise, beautiful, private, peaceful, and wild surroundings complemented with modern luxuries and comfort. We will see if this description accurately describes treehouse number 1, but first let's read some reviews. So Peter from New York said, incredible experience, unique location, and best Airbnb I've ever been in, which is a huge statement.
It was super hard to find any bad reviews because all of them were 5 stars. So Audrey from Sacramento, California said, this place was totally unique and unforgettable. A word of caution is that it is an adventurous place. It is a bit secluded, which yes it is, and the drive to get here is switchbacks. I will say the drive was totally worth it. Highlight was the bathtub, which I'm very excited to try out. Not for the weary of heart.
3 stars for just a windy road to get here. Like if I'm booking a treehouse, I want it to be secluded.
I hope it's secluded.
So after seeing the reviews, we had to stay at this place to see what it was all about.
And of course we brought snacks because we're secluded.
In the middle of nowhere.
First, I'm hoping we'll get to see deer in the morning.
Let's check out treehouse number 1.
We've got the upstairs unit, which is technically the tree house, and then we've got the little cabin. So we are walking up to the front door, fully engulfed in tree. Like we are in the tree. Did a bear come up here? Oh wow, you gotta be. This is amazing. This is the tree. This is not fake. This is not Disneyland. This is the tree. We are in the tree. Oh my God, there's so many windows. Ah, look at that view. Wow. Honestly, the photos don't do it justice. We've got a heater right here, which is awesome. Look at these massive speakers. Somebody loves their music. We're gonna be bopping to some tunes on those. There are no neighbors. Like the nearest neighbor is way down there. I think we're good. We can bump the tunes. This is like a storybook desk. I love this so much. Look at this chair. I kind of want to know, you know me if we've watched our channel for a while. I am a journalist at heart and soul, and I love to know stories of things, and I want to know the story of this chair. I want to know where it came from. It looks very old. Whose grandfather built it? I'm going to do my makeup here. I'm going to write my first novel right here. It's just so inspiring being in here. Just the architecture, and it's like architecture. Bed is very comfortable, down comforter, and
Kristen's pillows.
I feel like I'm gonna be like the pillow critic. I like me a semi-firm pillow. This ain't it, but still very comfortable. Yeah. All these windows, it's so beautiful. Very, very cool. All right, let's go downstairs. So I'm trying to get ready and I hear him go, shit. And I'm like, this always happens because he pushes it a little too far. I think that's just men in general. They're like, just one more thing. The drone ends up in the tree and then he's trying to climb the tree to get it out.
I was flying, I was about to bring it home, and it said battery exhausted, returning to home. It flew straight into the tree above the treehouse. It's right up there somewhere. I shot so much footage on it, and the SD card that's up there will die with it. I'm so upset. Luckily, I have been downloading the footage because I can still connect to it. So I'm just doing this until the drone dies. It's like about to die, and I think I can get just enough footage for you guys to see. So the footage that you're seeing was from a sacrifice. RIP drone. I love you so much. You've been with me for years. Just pour one out for your drone. I love you, drone.
All right, we're going down the stairs. You're gonna get a workout. You gotta go potty. You gotta go in here. I'm gonna show you the part that I'm the most excited to try. The outside bathtub and shower. It's a twofer. I'm gonna be getting in that for show. Now let's look at the cabin downstairs. We've got this beautiful deck with an amazing view. Nice spot to have dinner if it's warm enough, and lay out if you're feeling so inclined. I feel like we are like in the French countryside. I've never been to the French countryside. That's where I feel like we are, or in the Smoky Mountains. Does this look anything like that? Because I've also never been there. We're gonna go inside. Again, we've got kind of the funky decor, but now being here and in the space, it doesn't bother me as much as it did in the photos. They're very cozy to curl up, I'm sure, watch the fireplace. You could read a book under this lamp right there. And it feels super minimal, like there aren't a ton of things. So this like folding table is the table that you eat breakfast at, I assume. Sure, whatever, when it's freezing and you don't want to be outside. If you want to have a beautiful picnic out in the gorgeous grass, they've got this bag and a picnic blanket. I think we're on like 184 acres, which is crazy. And you could go down the hill and have a gorgeous picnic if you wanted to. This is so cute. Everything just opens up. I love that there's no screens on the windows, and you can just pop this open while you're cooking because there's no vent, and you can just have a little breeze come in. And that is just like, there could be a doe or a deer just hopping through the forest, and you could be just cooking up some food. And the water's warm, which a lot of times off-grid, you don't get that. We have an essential oil diffuser and a tea kettle. So this place is a little pricey, but you do get really nice amenities like the Thor and the La Crusoe mugs and dishware, good quality stuff. And then there's a bathroom, which leads me through another door, which is nothing special. It's literally just a bathroom. The only thing is there's no mirror in this room, which I find odd because if you're in the bathroom or you take a shower, like you get out, you wanna brush your hair or something, there's no mirror. And then this door right here leads you out to my favorite spot, I think, of the house. Hope you enjoyed this tour. Now let's get settled in. I just wanna get cozy and enjoy the place.
Great rising, everybody. I slept wonderfully last night.
I'm glad you did.
You didn't?
I don't know why. I was warm enough. Everything was very cozy. I don't know if my mind was racing, but like I couldn't initially fall asleep. And then it started to rain. And then I heard the kitty outside like meowing to let it in. And I was like,
I know. We messaged the host last night and we're like, hey, just curious, like, is this cat supposed to be outside? Like, whatever. And it's like, it's very much an outside cat. Do not
let it in.
So we're like, okay.
Yeah.
It's like at our short-term rental, there's a dog named Holly that like randomly runs up and gets out from the neighbors and stuff. So we understand.
Started to rain, so that I think woke me up too. Did I already say that? Anyway, it was beautiful hearing the rain and up here.
Yeah.
Bed, what would you say?
I'd say it's a 8 or 9 out of 10.
I agree.
It's comfy.
Yeah.
And you're in this comfy like nook right here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me show you guys what it looks like. When you wake up, this is what you can see up out the window, and then there's these windows and out here. So just like overall beautiful.
My only thing was like, how often do people stay here? And like, are there spiders? Like that was something I thought of last night, sleeping next to the window. I was a little nervous about that.
Yeah. We are in a, like literally we are in a tree. And like this part where you sleep in is built into this tree, and the tree is a part of, like, literally we're sleeping next to
A branch.
I was laying here this morning admiring like the craftsmanship of like how they traced outside. Like, this was not an easy build. Another thing that we noticed while we were laying here was that it's not exactly hermetically sealed from the outside world. Like, that is outside, you guys. Spiders can come through there.
That is nature. Kind of eggsy. The cat has made itself seen in this window that we're looking out of.
They gave us binoculars if we wanted to do some bird watching while we're eating breakfast, which is very nice. Let's see.
I haven't seen many birds.
Oh, wow. There we go. They are like right there. There's a turkey. Oh. That was magical.
I feel sad though that we grabbed our phones and stuff so fast because I'm like, we should have just enjoyed it, but I'm glad we captured it.
Okay, we are checking out.
Yeah, we are checking
And we have some final thoughts.
This was a magical stay. Like, although it was pricier, it was so magical.
We saw a deer. That was so cool.
Yeah. What it lacked in interior decor, it made up for in just overall vibe. So yeah, time to get on to the next one.
All right, let's go. Hey guys, Kristen from the future here. So although Michael and I are staying at two incredible tree houses, we did notice while booking them that neither one of them have a direct booking website, which feels like a missed opportunity. If you're not familiar with what a direct booking website is, it's basically your own site where people can book your property directly with no middleman, no extra Airbnb or Vrbo fees. You not only can host your site there, you can do blogs. As hosts ourselves, we know how valuable that is because your guests are gonna want some kind of discount always. I feel like people always ask just in case. And in that case, we always send them to our direct booking website. For the past couple years, we've trusted Lodgify to power our direct booking website, and it's been a total game changer. You saw our video a few episodes back about our weekend in Joshua Tree and how that totally changed the game for our Lodgify website. We were able to create a blog around that video, and it just kind of exploded our bookings on Lodgify. It lets you customize your pricing, sync your calendars, and really take control of your booking process. Because the time is now. If you've been on the fence, we have learned in 2025 and part of 2024 that this booking website has been such a blessing to our business. We also usually link our direct booking website in our Instagram or our social media, just right there at the link in bio, so your guests can easily find it whether they discover us through Instagram, TikTok, or wherever. That way it's made super easy for people to book directly and save a little money in the process. Make sure to check out the description box below. We have a discount code. If you use KM20, you'll get 20% off.
We headed almost an hour and a half south down this beautiful coastline to Watsonville, California, to Treehouse number 2.
Ta-da! We are at our second treehouse.
This is the Pacific View Treehouse on Airbnb. It is in Watsonville, California, which is right below Santa Cruz and also where Martinelli's apple cider is made. The description says, "Welcome to the Pacific View Treehouse, a hidden gem nestled within the redwood trees on a private gated property. The treehouse is a marvel of rustic charm and modern comfort, has a kitchenette, surrounded by nature, cozy furnishings, and a private detached full bathroom, and a wraparound deck providing a 360-degree view of the breathtaking landscape." Let's look at some of these reviews. And we could not find a single bad review of this place.
Over 100 reviews, not one bad review.
Happy said, "This treehouse is a hidden gem, peaceful and cozy place with all the amenities needed, worth it, but price is a little expensive. We will get into how much we paid for one night here. We'll see if it makes up for it in the magic."
Good review.
Yeah.
Just saying. little pricey. Jason says, I had a treehouse as a kid, but this took treehouse to another level. Loved the experience and would highly recommend. It already looks really cute. Like my inner child, I loved tree houses, I loved doll houses, I loved all the kinds of little homes. And this is like screaming my name.
Will it feel small? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're
small people.
We are small people. So after reading these reviews, we had to give it a shot. Going to compare this treehouse to the last treehouse we stayed in. So let's go.
Let's do it. Look at how cute this is. Oh my God, and there's a little balcony.
Yeah.
I'm like so pleasantly surprised at how freaking adorable this is. We're gonna start with the outhouse. Loving this already. I feel like I'm at Disneyland, like with the lights and like the little old sign, you know? Oh, that's the outside light. Big, luxurious shower, which I'm so excited for. At the last place we had a tub shower, which is great, but it was also outside, and this is what I prefer. This is very nice. I love the amenities. We've got makeup wipes, we've got shampoo and conditioner, a few of these little towelettes, and then little cups. This is like a local botanical soap. It's really good to have local products because then you're promoting other companies in the area and small businesses too, and they can do that for you too. So it's kind of a cool symbiotic thing you could do for your host. We've got towels, we've got face towels, extra toilet paper if we need it, some room spray, which is always nice, especially when you're with your hubby. It's really nice. Okay, now we're gonna go to the main house. We're just gonna walk along this beautiful, what would you call this? Balcony, terrace, walkway. The details are so awesome. We've got little old school thermometer right here. Everything just looks very California, very Disneyland, but like IRL. I'm very excited to go inside. So when you walk into the home, it is a tiny home. It's so cozy and quaint, like right off the bat, kind of has like a farmhouse, modern farmhouse feel, which I love. And everything just fits perfectly. This coffee table is really nice. The flow coming through here to go out through this back door is perfect. This is the lounge. I want to just curl up here and watch the sunrise and have a cup of coffee. And then coffee table with some games, which we love. We might play some Scrabble tonight. And something that I've already done is put the Martinellis in the fridge because we're gonna pop that later. They left us some Martinellis and some chocolate chip cookies, which love that. Fridge is awesome. We've got, oh, you caught me. Got some ice cream sandwiches in there already. Perfect for one night, perfect for 2 nights. We also have the cooler in the car, so we're fine with that. Trash can, microwave, and we've got pots and pans and a hot plate. All of the tea and coffee we could dream of. The sink is super tiny. We're only staying one night, so it's not that big of a deal.
And I love that they put this on the table. They got their guest book, Treehouse for Adults book, which I love because at our Airbnb, we have like a desert house book. I just want to look through this and dream a little bit. I could build this.
that.
I own this. So these might look like other tree houses we need to go and visit. Yeah.
I think is great to have like inspirational moments in the house. What is this? It's a bestie blanket. I don't know what that is. We're going upstairs. If you are taller than 5'2", you could hit your head, so just be aware. Spoiler alert, we've already been up here, so our bags have kind of exploded, so don't mind us. Bed is super comfy. Kind of hard, there's no bounce. We'll see how this goes. Really cool, tiny bedside tables with lamps that are like normal size. There is a noise machine, it looks like, over here. 2 spots where you can put your luggage, which we did not do. We just let everything explode.
Love these.
We've got a television, which is nice. We did not have one at the last place. And then what we love is this little guy. You want a fireplace in a cabin, and this gives us that. Yeah, the bedding feels really soft, but we'll update you on that later.
Like, the lighting is beautiful.
Okay, let's go outside.
This tiny window in the, there's 2 of them.
In the stairwell.
In the stairwell, I love it. They thought of like everything.
The view could not be any better. There is a little bit of road noise, but when you're inside, you can't even hear it at all. And I'm just really stoked to watch the sunset sitting right here with our Martinellis. You can choose between whether you want to sit here and have dinner in like more of a TV tray setting, like it's a small table, or you can opt for the high top table with the flameless candle lantern, which is gorgeous. And it also has a beautiful view of the trees. I just love it. There's so much space, whether you want to sit inside and see the beautiful view or be out here and see the beautiful view or be in your bed. That's it for the tour. So we're gonna
just chill and live in it a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna live a little. I'm definitely loving this place so far. Better than the last. Sorry. Okay, sir. Can you tell me what you're doing?
I'm charging the battery because I went to Best Buy and bought a new drone. Will look so cool from out there.
He's back from his first drone fly.
The worst drone I've ever flown in my entire life. The footage is like... As of now, no drone.
Oh.
We need to return this thing ASAP.
Oh.
Okay, so all the smell rises straight up there to the bedroom. So whatever you cook in here, the entire place will smell. Good night.
Good night. Great rising. We just woke up in this magical little treehouse.
The house was warm.
It was quiet. Yeah, I heard a squirrel like eating a nut at like, I don't even know, 3 a.m. Michael finally woke up, I think, from it. And I go, I think there's a squirrel on the roof. And he's like, we're in a tree.
And then I fell back asleep.
Touche, buddy.
This bed was definitely not as like cozy as the last one. More firm, but you know what? That might be a play by them to appeal to all audiences because there are some people that do not like softer, sinkable mattresses.
Oh, yeah.
The
Pillows were good.
Pillows were good, yeah.
Love the
No
pillow.
complaints. We're gonna get the day started now. Yeah, just chill and take the morning slow and enjoy this place.
Ah, it sounds so good.
Oh my god. That is a huge spider. We are in a tree.
I just had my hand in my backpack. Not a big spider killer, but in this instance.
You got to go. So let's talk a little bit about the finances of these places. Now, both places had a very similar nightly rate. Treehouse number 1, we paid $500 for one night. After all the Airbnb fees, it was $798. Jeez. And then this one that we are currently in, we paid $485 a night, so $15 less. The host payout was $781. So you can see both relatively the same. So let's talk potentials because both places were only booked on weekends. They would be bringing in around $4,000 a month, and that is in the owner's pocket. That's not cleaning fees. That's all that stuff excluded. Airbnb fees, like all in, they'd probably be making a little over $6,000. So you could see like bare minimum, I think these places will be booked over the weekends, like consistently. So that's bare minimum occupancy weekends booked. But if they were booked 50% of the month, $7,500 would be around what they would be making. Now, if both of these places were booked 100% of the time, like Treehouse 1, they would be making $15,000 a month. And Treehouse number 2, $14,500. Like I said, that is after all expenses. Okay, so for Treehouse 1, what I think that they can do to be 100% booked, honestly, those photos were
Whack.
pretty whack. Like, I almost didn't book that house because the photos were just like not professionally done.
No, and it looked too like psychedelic. I was like, what is this place we're going to? No, I don't want to do that one.
Yeah.
So photos.
We realized how much the listing photos changed our income when we actually invested in like a high quality photographer. Like, our bookings kind of went through the roof.
The way your home is photographed makes such a huge difference in your bookings.
Now, as far as Treehouse 2 goes, you had a suggestion.
What was it? I forget now. One thing that Treehouse number 2 could do is get a water feature, because there is a really beautiful forest area that there would be it would just take it over the top.
It's crazy what a water feature will do to a short-term rental. When we first got our short-term rental, we did not have a hot tub. And once we got a hot tub, we noticed just being there how much better it is. Having a water feature just makes it feel like there's something to go do. At Treehouse 1, there was that
like
tub
that. Mm-hmm.
that like you were able to like relax and get in.
There is something to that where I feel like we could stay a few more nights.
Yeah.
Because we'd have more things to do. Like, it gives more to the space for sure.
These are two very different ideas of what a treehouse can be. Treehouse 1 felt much more masculine, built through the eyes of a man who wanted a poetic writer's retreat in the forest. But it felt like such an oasis hidden in the woods, and like we said, we felt like we were in a different country, and the photos just didn't do it justice.
And Treehouse number 2 felt like your sister or your aunt built their childhood playhouse into a tree as an adult. And it was decorated in a beautiful farmhouse, modern style, and very, very storybook.
Do you think it was a 5-star stay?
Yes.
Do you think this was a 5-star stay?
100%.
Do you think it was magical?
Yes.
Was it magical?
Yes.
It was an OMG
100%.
thing. Was it an OMG Airbnb, you think?
I think so.
When we pulled up, we were like,
Oh my.
I would say Treehouse number 1 would be my favorite. And
Treehouse number 2 is my favorite, only because of my inner child.
We stay in places like this to remember how to slow down.
to breathe, to pay attention, to learn, not just as travelers, but as hosts.
Because hosting is about more than beds and night rates. It's about how people feel when they leave.
So what do you think? Do you like our recommendations? And which treehouse was your favorite?
We've been on this wild Airbnb journey, from hosting our own place to staying in some of the most unique spots we can find.
So if you're curious about what it's like to host, want to see more stays like this, the good, the weird, and how much they make,
Hit that subscribe button. We've got a lot more coming.